Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where this time we're going to be doing a character review and discussion for Aayla Secura. It's one of the Jedi from the prequel era, as well as the Clone Wars, and there is also some expanded universe content involving her character that we're going to cover today as well. Aayla is a pretty solid, formidable Jedi master from that era. She's been involved in many battles. She was a general during the Clone Wars. She was known for her compassion and her fearlessness. She worked with the 327 Star Corps and Clone Commander Bly, led them into battle on very difficult missions such as Felucia. Some of the harder campaigns of the Clone Wars, Ayla was involved in. She is a Twi'lek, which was one of the interesting design choices about her character is how she doesn't wear the traditional, more conservative Jedi robes that the Jedi of that time would wear. She is dressed similarly to how most Twi'lek are dressed, which is kind of very loose clothing in a way. More revealing, probably something more comfortable to what her species normally wears. Um, and in the movie, she doesn't receive a ton of development. Even in the Clone Wars, she's only really involved in very limited arcs. She works alongside Anakin and Ahsoka at one point, where you kind of see that she kind of has that same rebellious spirit that Anakin does to an extent. Um, but I really liked her character in the expanded universe, the Republic comics, the Dark Horse comics specifically. Really did a lot with her character and kind of giving her a backstory where she's found by Quinlan Voss and really helps him in his struggle against the dark side, and he kind of returns the favor as a friend to her. She struggles with it as well in certain points. She holds her own in battle against various opponents. And really, like a lot of depth added to her character. You see that she's not quite as dogmatic and obedient to the Jedi code as some of the other older Jedi from that generation. She is a little more loose and carefree and fun with it. Um, One of the interesting things that was in the comics with her character was this slightly hinted at implied relationship with fellow Jedi Master Kit Fisto, which I always thought was interesting because it's really not something you saw from the Jedi at that time, outside of obviously Anakin Skywalker. You didn't really see a whole lot of Jedi kind of skirting the lines of breaking the Jedi code with the romance and the attachments. So it was a interesting little subplot there with Kit Fisto for a bit, but overall Ayla's really cool. Like her character is one of those, like I said, it's more of an unorthodox Jedi. This was an era where a lot of the Jedi from the prequels were very similar, kind of similar viewpoints, said a lot of similar things, behaved in a similar fashion. Ayla's one of the few exceptions where it did seem like there was a lot more to her character. She was very young and very compassionate and um, like I said, just a little bit of a rebel. And I think that balance really works with having those other, like I said, older, more dogmatic Jedi around her. So, um, really think she could have had a lot more development in the Clone Wars animated series. I know they had a lot of characters that they wanted to kind of balance out. Really would have liked to have seen more of her. Really like the dynamic that she shared with Ahsoka and Anakin. So, but we're going to give Ayla a 7.3 out of 10. Like I said, she's not one of the deepest or most developed Jedi from the prequel, but she definitely stands out from a lot of the other ones. And like I said, I personally really enjoyed her character in the comics. So the expanded universe did a much better job with her character than the current canon, in my opinion. But anyways, that's going to be it for you. I appreciate you watching the video. If you want to support the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on Aayla Secura. And as always, may the force be with you. Now let's blow up that like button and go home.